For today's headlines, DND brushes off Sison's threat of reviving sparrow units. Duterte can suspend the PhilHealth premium hike. Government to counter cybercrime with sharper teeth. Pinay British Empire Medal awardee draws praises. DOJ vows conviction against Nuezca. Cayetano claims versus Velasco fake news, says Atienza. Meryll Soriano reveals baby with Joem Bascon. Amihan affecting northern and central Luzon. Good morning, I am Sandy Locos and you're watching Tribune News on Q. Today is Monday, January 4, and now the news. Bring it on. This was the dare of Department of National Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana to Communist Party of the Philippines founding chair Jose Maria Sison after his bluffing of reactivating partisan or sparrow units in cities around the country. Lorenzana said that unlike a couple of decades ago, the armed forces of the Philippines now is more equipped and capable of taking down communist terrorists, specifically the New People's Army. Sison last December 31, 2020 said they have basis for the conduct of armed partisan operations in cities across the Philippines, which should counter the operations of the AFP, Philippine National Police, and other paramilitary forces against unarmed activists and civilians in urban areas. This was echoed by CPP Information Officer Marco Valbuena, who bared on Twitter that the NPA has had a standing order to form partisan teams to mete out punishment against enemy units and officers who have committed bloody crimes against the people. Lorenzana pointed out that Sison's latest pronouncement only justifies the Anti-Terrorism Council's recent decision to declare the CPP-NPA as a terrorist organization, which paved the way for the Anti-Money Laundering Council to freeze the rebels' assets and also that of their supposed legal funds. The Philippine Health Insurance Corporation said it will not go against President Rodrigo Duterte's wishes if he wants to suspend the scheduled rate adjustment this year. PhilHealth spokesperson Ray Balenya said the corporation will respect the president's order should he decide against the premium hike. Balenya, however, underscored that PhilHealth needs to increase the contribution pay of members to fund the government's health services for Filipinos and to sustain the corporation's operations as mandated under the law. Republic Act 11223 or the Universal Healthcare Act states that the state insurer should increase member premiums by increments of 0.5% every year, starting 2021 until it reaches the 5% limit in 2025. Senator Christopher Bongo said he will personally appeal to Duterte to allow the government to augment the funds for PhilHealth's operations so the state insurer will no longer have to increase the monthly premium of its members this month. The premium rate of PhilHealth members will increase from 3% in 2020 to 3.5% this year. Justice Secretary Menardo Guevara welcomed the possible enactment of a new law that would strengthen the government campaign against cyber trafficking. According to Guevara, the new law would strengthen the legal framework for the government's campaign against human trafficking in cyberspace, particularly online sexual exploitation of children and minors. Non-governmental organizations focusing on child abuse have sounded the alarm on the marked rise of online sexual exploitation of children